Now, going from this impact position here, really square on with the body, no turn of the hips, to this lovely tall level of hip rotation going through the golf ball. The only difference was these two drills, because I could not turn my hips even remotely through the golf ball until I got the feel on how to do it. And these two drills that I'm going to show you how to do to get the same results gave me that light bulb clicking moment to be able to get that good turn of the hips going through the golf ball. Now, the first drill here ultimately forces your body to get more turn, and especially more turn of the lower body going through the golf ball. And this is called the no backswing drill. So we're feeling like we're swinging to roughly around here, hip height. In reality, we'll probably be swinging a little bit longer just from the field versus real, but we're still trying to hit the ball as far as we can for the club we've got in our hand. And our body has to turn. You can't use your arms. You can't be square onto the golf ball. You have to get open to be able to hit the ball as far as you can there. So this, for example, is an 8-iron. So an 8-iron with pretty much no backswing to speak of there, 148 to 150. Where if I, let's say, do that exact same thing, but now just do it all with the arms, look at the difference. So there was still somebody in that, but you can see 111. So really, really big difference. And this drill was given to me by the world's best long drive coach, Lee Cox, when I used to live down near London. I used to go and see him on a very regular basis, the best mind in the world for gaining distance. And for me, of course, at the time of that lesson, I was really struggling to get that body turning. Like I said in the title, I could not turn my hips through the golf ball at all. So we did this drill, and funnily enough, this drill was later done by Jon Rahm as well. It's one of the reasons why Jon Rahm developed his short and powerful golf swing, because his coach got him to do the same drill to get his hips to turn more. So what we noticed, we did this as a little competition in the lesson here. We didn't care where the ball went, didn't care about that one bit, but we want to try and beat our last shot we just hit. So for me, my last shot was 148 doing that drill, and we tried to beat each other as well as a little competition. So there, I had that a little bit chunky, which when you do this drill, because you've got such little time to be able to get through, you have to get the shift and rotation perfectly to hit a good golf shot. And I got the rotation, I didn't get the weight shift, so I hit it a little bit fat. But this is one of my favorite drills of all time because of the real fun element of it. You really get to play a little competition with yourself, and it's so good. Okay, so can I beat that 148 I just had? Let's get a few shots in. Let's have a look there. Nope, but still pretty good. I mean, for that length of backswing, 144 with an 8-iron's pretty good. Again, don't care where the ball goes. I would have missed the green left. But again, for us to generate the speed to be able to hit the ball far from a backswing that feels like here, again, it's probably a little bit longer, but it doesn't really matter because your body still has to turn more to be able to hit it the distance. Let's hit 2 more, and then we get into the other drill that really gave me a brilliant feel to get my hips turning. But this was the real winner. I still do this drill to this day. 2 more balls. That was nice, a little bit short, but again, 139 or 140, absolutely great for a swing that feels like you're not doing anything. So I'll give this one a little bit more aggression going through, and when we're going with a bit more aggression going through with that short swing, we have to open up and rotate the body more. Let's give it a go. 151, lovely. And even here we can see there, we don't care about what the ball does, but we can see nice club path, just a little bit on the inside, which you'll generally be. You don't have any time to get the club moving out in front of you, so great for you over the top players. And we can see club face pretty neutral as well, and that ball is in that nice little tight draw onto the green. So let's get to the other drill, but absolutely do that drill first straight away. So the second drill here, which helped me a ton to turn my hips more going through the golf ball, is one I've talked about quite a lot on the channel. And these two drills together are the holy grail of getting yourself to turn and rotate more through the ball. And this is the preset impact drill. So you get into a setup position in an impact position. So impact would generally mean hips are open, chest is open, weight is around 90% on your lead leg, so left leg here for me, right-handed golfer. And we have our right shoulder closing the gap between that and our right hip. So as much as your mobility can do. Now, the important thing is at this setup, go as much as you can in your range of motion before it starts to, you start to feel a little bit of a tweak, a little bit of a pain. We don't want to go until we're getting hurt. We want to go to what our mobility is comfortable with. Now, all we do, we set up here and then we spring back and spring through, just with a little half swing. And the same type of concept, except for we're not going for distance. We're still going for nice and short feeling, just so we can isolate the move of rotation going through the golf ball. If you, let's say you're in the gym, you want to get bigger biceps, what are you going to do? You're going to do more bicep curls. If you want to get better rotation going through the golf ball, you've got to isolate that last little move. So no point doing a big John Daly swing if you want to go and work on your impact. You're way better off doing some isolation work. And that is exactly what this drill is and why it's so good. Because you're getting in that feel of that big rotation here. And then you're just moving through this in a half swing sense. That was a lovely strike. And you feel yourself really springing through. So I made a video about this possibly a week or two ago. And I think I made another one about this with it featuring in the video a good probably month before that, because this drill was so instrumental for me to learn to rotate. I mean, both of these really were. They were absolutely great. So this drill was one I actually did a little bit first. I did this I discovered it on my own before I even became a pro, and it really helped me. I've had coaches over the years absolutely demonstrate this drill to me as well. But this one really just gave that feel. I'm thinking, okay, that's what a really exaggerated impact feels like. I can feel a real big stretch up my left-hand side. I can feel a little bit of a crunch here, but I can feel like everything is pointing in front of the ball and a little bit left, which is a really good feel. Because especially here, me wearing my normal gilet, I can feel, okay, if I'm feeling like everything's pointing a little bit left, I could use an external focus of my zipper on my gilet pointing a little bit in front of the ball as I'm coming through impact, which would get me the chest rotation, which is another area I've struggled with in the swing. But it's a real good one just to get that feeling. Spring back, spring through. Again, just go and swing through. Then again, you would hit some really nice shots. I mean, there's a lovely little draws there. That one's just missed the green left. But absolutely great. And why that favors the inside with the club path there, we can see 2 degrees on the inside, is because we're going to be moving through ideal sequencing in our little downswing there. Because our hips are more open than our chest, that means as we start to move down, to return to that same position, the hips have to move first, the chest has to move afterwards. So over the top guys who struggle with poor sequencing, this is brilliant. So let me do one more and we'll talk about what to feel when you're doing normal shots. So what I used to feel a little bit here, okay. One more. Oh, tiny bit toey. But because the rotation is so solid, the hips are turning through, the chest is turning through, even though I toed that, it still hit the green because the club face is super stable. And again, for little half swings, they're just getting good rotation. They're going a good distance. So here's what to feel without the ball. So here's what to feel with the ball. I may have said without the ball just before that little cut there. I meant with the ball. So, okay, now there's a couple little things that we can do here. There's one extremely simple feel that I had, and I really like, I still like it to this day, and we see all the best players get into this position as well. It's very untechnical. But the main thing to feel, let's say whatever drill we've done, preset or nice short backswing kind of drill, absorb that after a lot of practice and implement that into the golf shot. Okay, so let's get to that real good feel. Now, where do we notice players are at the end of their finish with their belt buckle? So let me hit one here. So we can see there, where are my hips pointing? My hips are pointing quite considerably left. They're pointing right around here, if not kind of like the left part of the screen now. So this is a old Butch Harmon kind of feel that he gave a lot of players when they started to hook the golf ball, which absolutely, if your hips under rotate, you can get dumped on the inside with the path, you can hit a hook. That's what I used to do. So having the simple feel of the belt buckle pointing way to the left in your finish, you have to rotate the hips more going through the golf ball to be able to do that. It's a really good one because you're not trying to manufacture anything last minute going through the golf ball. You're just trying to get into position at the end of your golf swing, having the belt buckle point really quite far to left, so the left-hand side of the screen here for me. And you're going to get some lovely rotation. Tiny bit toey on that, but not a bad shot at all. Neutralized that club path, 0.0, so a little toe strike. But we can see there what so many amateur golfers do, and so many amateurs try to do this as well. They just try to point their hips at target in their finish, and you just generally can't generate speed from there. Because I could do another one there. Let's try and actually get that going as fast as I can with getting the belt buckle pointing to the target, and it's not going to go tremendously fast. It's going to have to be very armsy. Oh, chunked it. One more, so that's where again, because my hips are trying to point at the target, which so many players are trying to do in their finish, my whole dynamic movement of my body, not only the rotation, but the shifting as well, slows down. That's why I chunked that, because I didn't get the low point forward. Again, okay, that was better, but 136. Again, I could time it. Absolutely, as a professional golfer, I should be able to time it. You know, I used to spend a lot of time playing before I got a more rotational golf swing with playing with my hands, so I can still time up a poor swing. But here we go. Now we're going to get those hips pointing left, and that's going to get me turning through the golf ball. And you can do this out on the golf course. So this bit can be a drill if you want it to be, but this is more for the golf course. Hips pointing left at your finish. As we can see there, much more controllable. Brilliant, straight down the line. So rotation is something that I'll always still work on. So you can see there, normal smooth swing, it's gone the same distance as the short backswing. So it tells you rotation and turning through the golf ball is so, so key. It's why guys like John Rahm was doing that short backswing drill so much that he developed that short swing from it. So if you're struggling to turn through the golf ball, any one of these two drills are going to be absolutely pivotal for you. Like for me, they gave me that light bulb feeling, and that feel for the golf course as well is absolute money. Really simple. So if you enjoyed this video, click that like button if you want more golf instruction. Just like this, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button too to be notified every time I put out a video.